Okay, so hi guys. My name is Bea and I'm in my second year in APU. So welcome to APU Ini. Okay, so today we have 5 Malaysian students currently studying APU to share our honest and real life experience thoughts about APU. So let's jump right in and introduce the guests.
Hi guys, my name is Rayuan. I'm currently studying international relations in my third year right now. So yeah, nice to meet you guys.
Ooh, meet you.
Hi everyone, I'm Eugene and I used to study in Chonghua Independent High School, which all you guys know is Chonghua Duli Zhongshui in KL. And currently I'm a fourth year student in APU studying in sustainability and tourism.
Oh, nice.
Hi guys, I'm Sean. I'm from Kuanqing High School, Kunshan Dui Zhongshui. I'm currently fourth year student studying management in APU.
Yeah. Hi guys, I'm Dawson and I am now currently a third year student in APU. I study management and yeah, I'm also from the same class as my friend here, Kun Chen. Any Kun Chen out there?
Okay, all right. Nice to meet all of you. All right. So maybe let's jump straight into the first question. Okay, so this is the first question. Why did you guys choose APU over local unis? Like, why not Taylor's? Why not Sunway? Why not University of Malaya? And why APU? Oh, seems like you guys are writing something. Okay. Okay, so in a count of 3, 2, 1. Share your answers, guys. Oh, okay. Nihon. Scholarship, anime, course, and scholarships, cheaper, better environment. Okay.
Cheaper?
Okay. Eugene, why? Why do you think it's cheaper and also there's like a better environment in APU?
Oh, so actually, because APU offers quite a generous amount of scholarship, like I guess all of you guys are receiving scholarships from APU, right?
Yeah.
And after some basic calculations, I've done my research and it's way cheaper to study in APU compared to like those private universities in Malaysia, such as like Taylor, Sunway, or like APU in Malaysia.
Yeah.
It's like way cheaper. So that's my first reason. And the second reason is about better environment. As all of you know, Japan has like clean environment and AP has like 50% of the students are international students and 50% are domestic Japanese students. So it's a very good mixture of like everything. You can experience a little bit of that, a little bit of this. So I think it's a good environment for you to experience, like for you to blend yourself in before going to the real society. So that's my reason.
I see.
Yep.
I kind of agree with you, especially with the scholarship parts. And I think everyone has like their scholarships answers written as well.
Not that.
But yeah, I think for international students, I think it's actually relatively much more easier for us to get like scholarships than compared to like other Japanese. Okay, nice. All right, yeah. How about yours? Why do you pick course?
So it's a long story, but I originally wanted to go for something like English literature or journalism, but then the counselor told me, why not go for international relations? I don't think much courses offer international relations in Malaysia. So my mom found out this random Japanese school through, do you guys know Dongzong? If you guys know, you know, yeah, Dongzong.
Yes.
From Dongzong's website, and then found out they have collaboration with this APU, which offers scholarship for my course, international relations. So just why not go try for it? And I ended up here with you guys.
I
Yeah.
see. Nice. All right. Okay, how about you, Sean? You picked scholarship and anime as your answer.
So initially, I'm interested in Japanese culture, and I really wanted to get out of Malaysia. I want to study abroad. My first choice was actually Australia, but as you guys know, Australia is very expensive. Living costs, tuition fee, everything is expensive. And after some research, I found out about APU, which aligned with my interest in Japan, my interest in anime, Japanese culture, and also it's cheaper, way cheaper to study here compared to Australia. And of course, APU provides a lot of scholarships opportunities. So a lot of reasons they ultimately let me wanted to study in APU. Yes, I think if you want to know more about this scholarship things, you can go through our agent representative in Malaysia, which is Alex and Sukfan. So yeah.
Yeah. I think most of us like went through those two agents and we get to know more about the scholarships because of thanks to the two of them as well.
They actually help us a lot with the procedures and explanations and everything. So yeah.
True.
Okay. How about you, Dawson? Nihon. That's a big Nihon that you wrote on the whiteboard.
I wrote 日本.
日本.
Okay.
And so when I was young, I saw like my classmates like they go to Japan like holiday and such, and I saw like some photos. I was like, wow, like this place, this country, like it looks like magnificent. It looks nice. And I was like, I want to go there and something like that. But then I never been to Japan like until I was like, what was I, 19-ish? But like around 19, it was like my time to decide which uni I want to go. And like I really want to go to Japan. And then there's this APU, like you can go to Japan to study a university, but with without like the Japanese language, right? And through English and like like compared to other people like they have like more of a how to say a goal like what they want to study or yada yada. But for me it's more like I want to go to Japan to like to see how life is in Japan. So APU fulfill everything, like you can go in with English and everything and such, which is like I don't have to go through like other processes to go into other Japanese universities. So yeah, that's why APU became my go-to choice. Yeah, I would say.
See, thanks for sharing. I think my reasons are kind of like a mix of everything, like all of the answers that you guys shown. Of course, I have a huge interest in anime and also in Japan ever since I was a little kid. And that's why like after I graduated from high school, I went to Pusabasa Teikyo. It's actually located in KL near Mid Valley. So I went there for a year plus for their courses. And I took EJU, I took JLPT, and I applied using my JLPT as an English basis student. Of course, if anyone who is familiar with EJU, you can also apply to become as a Japanese basis student by using that results. So yeah. Okay, so shall we move on to the second question?
Let's go.
Okay. Soalan kedua. The real struggles of learning Japanese. Oh, okay. So before coming to Japan, has anyone learned Japanese before? Anyone? Anyone? Oh, Sean. Okay, Sean. You have a word or two to say about that?
Sure.
Macam yes gitu.
Before coming to Japan, I actually have a part-time language school during Saturday. It was 2 hours each week, each Saturday. So, and I also self-study a lot using language apps. And I actually passed JLPT N4, which is the second lowest of the Japanese language proficiency test. But yeah, I did have some foundational Japanese skills before coming to APU. And what interesting about APU is that they actually provide mandatory Japanese class for all the English basic student. So you have to study Japanese language in class if you didn't have prior knowledge of any Japanese skills. And since I already passed JLPTN4, I was actually exempted from the foundational level of the Japanese class. So the first class I have to take is from intermediate. And I think my friends here are different. Would you like to share about your experience from zero, studying from zero?
Maybe Rian, do you have anything
So
to say about this?
I'm not gonna lie, before coming to Japan, my Japanese, all I can say is, no, my Japanese isn't that good, right? It is tapole. For me and Dawson, right, we started out from Foundation 1 and 2.
Foundation 2.
Foundation 2. Yeah. Oh, yeah, we skipped Foundation 1 because we kind of learned a bit of Japanese before coming here. But basically, if you know, let's say, the basics of Japanese, you could at least get to skip the first part of the Japanese class that APU offers here, right? But then, for the most part of what we learned, I think was quite well. You get a textbook, you get a structured learning journey. You learn basic Japanese enough to get around in Beppu, and if you like traveling around Japan, yeah, you get just enough Japanese to go around Japan. So I think
And for anyone who knows kanji, 会看得懂中文的人，你们日语应该对你们来说不会那么难，因为你们可以看得懂汉字，也可以大概猜到日语那些日语的真正意思是什么。So yeah, I guess for people whoever can read kanjis, you at least get study from foundation 2, I'll say.
Yeah,
true, true, true.
I agree. Because for me, because before coming to APU, as I mentioned, I went to PBT, right? So I took JLPT N2, and after that, when I came to APU, I got sorted into advanced class.
Mm.
So just now Eugene actually drew like a graph, right? So in APU, in order for students to, not to say graduate, but like one of the requirements is until intermediate. So pre-advanced and also advanced is actually a choice. So you can do it or you can just choose to neglect it and graduate. So because I have N2 before coming in, so they just immediately sorted me into advanced class. So that is totally possible. And it is also possible if you're already, like maybe you're already fluent in Japanese and you already have like N1, you might get exempted. That means you don't need to take any of the Japanese courses. Yeah. Mhm. Okay. So on to the next question. Okay, let's see. 下一道问题是 what's like working Baito in Japan? Baito, 兼职 part-time jobs, part-time jobs. So in Malaysia, I don't think it's a rare thing. I don't think it's like a common thing, sorry, for students to work part-time. But in Japan, I would say most of the students have a part-time job. So anyone has any experiences? Or maybe you guys can share how much you guys actually earn per month first. If you guys have any Baito jobs, maybe you can share, write like a figure on the whiteboard.
Okay. Okay.
Whoa, Dawson looks confident.
Nah.
有自信的样子 man.
Dawson bolui, man.
不对
Please donate, bro.
God.
Super chat.
God.
Oh, wait.
Wow, Sean is pulling out your phone, calculating.
Calculator.
I don't want to see converted in ringgit, bro.
Wow. Okay,
Alright.
guys, are we ready, guys?
OK OK
准备
OK，
好了吗
来掉来掉来掉。
？Okay, nice, nice, nice. In the count of 3, 2, 1. Let's see, let's see. Whoa. Wait, all of you rich, man. Hello, man.
What is that, man?
Okay, not Dawson though, not
Hello.
Dawson though.
Okay.
Wow, okay.
OK，
Around 1,000, around 1,000?
1,000
Around
ringgit.
1,000. Yeah, around
1,000
1,000.
ringgit.
1,000 a bit.
that low?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Radian is the richest here.
Rian gets a lot per month, man.
He has been working hard.
I see, Rian,
Working hard,
what
working hard.
vital are you working in order to get that amount of money in a month?
Right.
那什么东西
Actually, I'm very miskin, man.
Oh my god.
But let me tell you, I work in a cleaning company. For let's say most people who don't have good Japanese, you can start from there. You know, just you don't even need good Japanese because you don't have to interact with most customers. Sean will understand because he work in the same kind of job with me. But for me, my Japanese is not that bad, but I just don't like interacting with people. So I work this job, and it will give you long hours because every hotel needs their cleaners, man. So that's why I got this much money.
And Beppu is very famous for their tourism.
True.
So hotels are always fully employed, fully reserved. So they really need people to work there. Yes.
That's true.
What about you, Eugene? What types of vitals did
So
you do?
for this figure that I wrote here, it's actually it's not how much do I earn, but how much does a normal APU student should earn? Like while they focus on their like studies and the part-time job, like both, like not overworking, it should be somewhere around this amount. And this amount, I think it should be fairly enough to cover your whole rent by yourself. So I think it's quite a good amount of money. And
Okay, but I think it also depends on like what type of houses
yeah,
and
that's true. That's true.
lifestyle you're aiming to have in Beppu as well.
But of course, if you want to work more, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but do keep in mind that as international students, we have limitations. We can't actually work more than 28 hours per week.
Yeah.
So be careful about that. But if you try to maintain around 15 hours to 20 hours, I think it should be you get quite a decent amount of like working hours and also money as well. Okay,
I mean, but like for holidays, right? You can work up to 40 hours, right?
Yes. Quite long hours. So during
That's my lifesaver, bro.
lifesaver. So yeah, usually we have like winter breaks for 2 months and also summer breaks for 2 months. So that's when you can work for around 40 hours.
Yeah, earn the money, man.
Yeah. Oh.
Oh.
Wow, Sean. What's that?
That's a lot of numbers.
Oh.
So what I wrote is like the basic summary of our spending. I'll say the average spending of rent in Beppu is around 35,000 yen, which is a little bit less than 1,000 ringgit. And then for food, it will be around 30,000, which is 1,000 per day averaging. And others, including maybe your internet fee, drinking with your friends, entertainment, and
Juice.
other like small spending, which amount around 20,000. So total it will be around 85,000 yen. But of course, these numbers differ between people. Some might have higher rent, lower food. Some people save a lot. They don't go out to eat a lot. So they cook themselves. They can save much more. Some people prefer to hang out with their friends, eat out, and enjoy their life. so they will have a higher spending. But I would say this 85,000 is you can live quite comfortably in Beppu. Yeah.
And yeah, for the rent, just a tip, guys. If you share rooms, if you share house, that's gonna save up a lot. Because for me, I actually live alone in Bethel. And for rent, I would say I would need to pay around and that's like around 1,400-ish, 1,400-ish Malaysian ringgit. But definitely you can get a much lower rate if you share it with your friends. Then like the three of them actually. Cause like Eugene, not
Oh, yeah,
Brian,
no,
but
no.
Eugene, Sean, and also another friend of ours are living in the same room, or like same house, sorry. And they actually get quite like after dividing, their rent is actually quite low.
It's not even 1,000 ringgit.
There's-
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a steal, honestly.
Yeah.
And we have PS5 at home.
And a lot of the TV as well.
But they don't
Like a
play.
big TV.
It's collecting
Dawson,
dust.
how much is your rent?
Oh,
Okay.
Dawson,
I-
how much is the rent?
Okay,
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit on the expensive side. My rent is around 1.4K, just rent alone. Ringgit, 1.4 ringgit-ish. But if you count like for example gas, electricity bill, water, it will cost up to 1.8K-ish. Yeah.
1,000.
Yeah, 1.8K. Yeah.
1,000.
And yeah, because my house for just one person living is actually considered big, a little bit big. And plus it's near the train station where you can take the first bus up to APU. That's why it's a little bit on the higher side, but I mean, yeah, depending on what you want. If you want like cheap and stuff, you can share. But if you want like more privacy, more comfortability and such, then yeah, of course, it's gonna be more expensive, right? Yeah, that's my rent.
I see. Okay, thank
Rich
you.
people activities.
Rich people.
So of course, like there's a lot of like as we mentioned, there's actually a lot of vitals in that that you can do, even though if you're not fluent in Japanese, like hotel staffs, cleaners, like those doesn't require a lot of Japanese. But of course, if you are good in Japanese, like you've already studied Japanese before coming to APU, there's so much more jobs that you can do, like maybe combini jobs like 7-Eleven, Lawson, or even campus jobs. So for campus jobs, I actually done quite a few. Like I would say one of them is actually called flag. Like, I wouldn't say it's like a part-time job, but you get like some money by helping the office to do some activities. And also the second one is called SALK, where you give like language supports to the students that wants to learn that language. For example, I was like a Japanese PA, peer assistants, helping international students that wants to learn Japanese. So for a week, I get like around 4 hours, and they actually give us like quite a good decent pay as well. So yeah, you can try the campus jobs as well. And of course, yeah, like there's other job opportunities downtown as well. Like for me, I also worked at Don before. So Don Quixote, yeah. So Don Quixote requires a lot of people who knows different type of languages, especially if you know Chinese, Malay, maybe Guangdonghua, English, Japanese, that's even better. So the more the merrier, the kanji. Yeah. So yeah.
Wait, one.
Oh,
I go first. You go first.
You go first, you go
Okay, Rian.
Speaking of my first my first part-time job actually hired me, not because my Japanese was good or anything, but because I spoke Chinese. Because that was a hotel, right? And it had a lot of like Taiwan 人, 中国人, you know those people, 香港人. So eventually they're gonna need someone who can translate Chinese into English or Japanese. So yeah, I got a job. Yeah.
And for Sean?
And then for whoever is worried about high living costs in Beppu, you can actually apply for external scholarships. There is a lot of scholarships available. So on top of the tuition reduction scholarship provided by APU itself, you can actually apply to other scholarship as well. So for example, maybe you get an 80% reduction in your tuition fee. So on top of this, if you have a OITA scholarship, for example, which gives you around 30,000 yen per month. So you can use this amount to cover out your daily expenses or the remaining 20% of your tuition fee. So there is a lot of opportunities for you to get scholarship, and I would say it's not that hard to get this scholarship. So I think you don't need to worry about the living costs in APU.
Yeah, it's just that because a lot of people are also aiming for the scholarship, so just do your best to like be as active as possible, maintain your GPA, and just rajin a bit and try to like go search up, the website and see if there's any scholarships open. Yeah. Okay, thanks for sharing. So, okay, let's dive into the next question, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. Student life in APU. Oh, okay. Maybe everyone can write one circle or one activity that you guys have been putting effort in.
Okay.
Whoa,
One boy's laughing. I only have one thing.
whoa, Dawson seems excited.
No.
What?
Because I'm wonderful game.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone all good?
This good. Good. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so on the count of 3, 2, 1. Whoa. Okay. APU Alliance Dance Club. What are you
Sounds fun. Sounds fun.
Wait,
Lion
what
dance.
is this? ACOS. Oh, okay. Okay, Sean, I'm actually quite interested in the APU Alliance Dance Club.
Lion dance.
Can you like explain a bit about that?
I think I will let this opportunity for our leader and our
Wow.
founder here to explain about our Land Dance Club.
All right, so it goes back to 3.5 years ago, which when we first came here, when we're still in our first year of our university life, we were thinking like what circles to join, and I was thinking like there are like a lot of different circles and clubs to join in APU, but I was thinking because I used to back in Malaysia, I used to join like lion dance clubs, and I'm thinking like it's a bit kind of waste if the lion dance culture is not being promoted in such multicultural, diversified like campus. So that's why me and my friends here, like we have decided to like start up our own club, and that's the APU Lion and Dragon Dance Club. So yeah.
Oh my God, wait, Eugene, I think you're too humble in like this line dance because I know you guys went to the Osaka Expo there.
Yeah, we did last year August.
Yeah.
We did went to the expo.
How was it? How was the experience of the lion dance team going to Osaka Expo and performing right in front of so many people? How was it?
To be honest, we didn't even think that we have the chance to even go to the Osaka Expo because before enrolling in APU, one of the agent, Mr. Alex, he always tell me that on the year of 2025, there's gonna be Osaka Expo. It's like a very big expo is gonna happen in Japan. So if you have the chance, please like do visit to the Osaka Expo. But in the end, we happen to perform in the Osaka Expo, not just visiting. So I think we are very honored to perform there, and we are very grateful that the people who gave us chance. So it was a very great experience for us, I would say. Yes.
And
Thank you, APU.
we actually, I think, perform more than 30 different performance. From when we started, we get to go to a lot of different places, festivals, helping different organizations to perform and experience a lot of stuff that we didn't imagine we will be able to. So it was a very good experience.
I heard that you guys also got awarded by the office from APU as well, right?
Oh.
For being one of the best clubs in APU.
No, nothing such. No, but yeah, we got like subsidized from the office because
For
yeah,
being one of the the few
the
clubs
active
that's very
clubs,
active
yeah.
in APU.
Yep,
I
yep,
didn't
yep,
know
yep.
that there were like
So,
such opportunities as a circle. That's great.
And for whoever is interested, you can follow our Instagram account. It's APULA2D.
You may
Please search
see
it.
you may see some of us there.
Please search it.
But please don't watch anything.
Please don't watch.
Please don't watch anything.
Okay, all right. Oh, and you mentioned about multicultural weeks on the whiteboard.
Multicultural mix. Yep.
Oh, what is that?
I think that's the biggest thing happening on the campus. Like mostly every week you could enjoy a different country's cultural week. Like they're gonna sell their country's own like food, like their own cuisine. They're gonna perform their own country's dance, sing their own song. You could even join them. You could like just go up to their booth and just apply for it to be part of the member, part of the performers. So it's a very good opportunity to like explore different cultures, I would say. Like for me personally, I'm in my fourth year and I've joined over like 20 multicultural weeks. So yeah, for example, there's like Thai week, Myanmar week, African week, Oceanian week, Cambodian week, Turks and Slav week, and many more. Yeah. So
And Malaysia week.
and Malaysia week, yeah, we just had our like third, I would say, but second after COVID. So yeah, I think all of us here had experienced both of the Malaysia week back in 2023 and 2026. Yeah, these are I would say we are really happy that we could share our Malaysian culture to people around the world.
Yeah, we are waiting for you guys to do the next Malaysia week. Okay.
Uh,
By the time you guys arrive, I think I'm not here already, but I will come back to watch maybe.
For you guys.
For you guys, I will be the sponsor. Oh no.
Like yeah, multicultural weeks. It was like a really quite an experience for me because when I was in my first year, I came into APU around September. I enrolled around September, and the second Malaysia week, which was after 4 years, was it like around after 4 years?
for
Was-
5 years.
Yeah, 4 5 years. Like it was quite a long time, and that was my first time witnessing such a grand show.
Wow.
And honestly, I got really, really touched and influenced by that. And that was also the reason why I decided to, take the chance and host or like organize the second Malaysia week, which was on the end of April this year. And we also have an Instagram for that. So if you guys are interested in seeing how multicultural weeks are in APU, you can actually search up APU Malaysia Week APU. Like I'm sure you got to see a lot of videos and also photos about it. Yeah, and for multicultural weeks, one thing that we have to mention is that in APU, the beauty of APU is like half of the students are actually Japanese and half of the students are international students. So try to imagine half of the people who are not from your country are like experiencing your culture, and you get to experience other countries' culture. And I think that's like a very I don't think other universities, like especially in Japan, offers that opportunity. So yeah.
Yeah, I will also say that multicultural week, right? Like if you join multicultural week, It's not like if, for example, you join Thai week, it's not like you are just working with a bunch of Thai people. No. It's like every student in APU, like
every
even though you join Thai week, you like meet people from Myanmar, who can join together, like play together. Even the Japanese, yeah, I think it's very beautiful. Like everyone come join together and
Yeah.
like working hard for a multicultural week. I
It
think
actually kind of resembles Sabtu Malaysia, you know?
yeah,
Kind of resemble
Satu APU.
Sabtu APU, Sabtu
Yeah.
APU. Yeah.
Now, one thing that reminds me of like how we all started, like I think for like Sean, I'm not sure if Dawson and Ryan was there, but
No, we weren't. We weren't.
for
I thought you were
Taiwan
following
week,
me.
no, from Taiwan week. So basically the whole backstage team 全部都是华人，全部都是
马来西亚人。
不只是马来西亚，
哦
对，然后
Like-
全部人都在讲华语，所以基本上就是没有沟通障碍，就大家都用华文交流，然后
我们有从台湾来的，有从中国来的，有从香港来的，也有我们。
所以当时候就因为一开始来到新的环境嘛，就是感觉到会很怕，就英文可能讲不好，可是有台湾人什么就好像大家是一个 family 这样子，就 yeah, it really feels like they provide us like a comfy place to like experience how a multicultural week should be like. So it's a very good like start for us.
嗯，
然后最让我们感到骄傲的就是他们，你会说那么多种语言哦，you can speak so many language. Oh my god, you're so good. Like it feels normal to us, like everyday life for speaking so many language, but for them, we are like very special. So I think we feel very proud.
I feel like being Malaysian in APU is quite a unique identity because most people cannot speak like say 2 to 3 languages, right? But for us, like you say, 我们可以跟中国人，来跟华裔说中文，boleh cakap bahasa Indo dengan orang Indo，可以同香港人講廣東話。You know, so if you are Malaysian, that's right, I feel like you can make these friends quite easily in Japan. So,
Definitely can.
It's you,
Really,
it's
you definitely
you,
can.
You should be proud of yourself. Yes.
Yes.
Ryan, anything you want to share?
I think our English is also quite special, right? Because like we have the Malaysian English, then like we
Oh no.
they would think that you're Singaporean.
we can
Yeah,
they think we are Singaporean, but stand up for yourself. I say no, we are bigger than but I think our English is also quite how to say special because we
Unique.
have the unique. We have the la you like my Malaysian friends la le lo everything and yeah, I remember I was speaking to a Singaporean with Malaysian English. And like there's a Japanese person, he speaks English because like he went to like I don't know France to what is that called? 留学. Yeah.
Exchange.
And like I was just speaking like very Malaysian Singapore English to them, and then the Japanese came up to us and say like, "Can you speak English? I don't understand why you guys speaking about
Actually-
yeah, especially we are actually speaking English."
Yeah. And the biggest flex is actually when they want us to teach them our slangs like la or walao and stuff like that.
And we also have some friends not from Malaysia who started picking up Malaysian English.
Yeah, Malaysian accents. They're trying to have.
They are not perfect, but they are trying. Yeah.
Even the bad words, man. Anyway, no, we are polite.
We are polite.
No bad words.
Okay. Talking about circles, Dawson, I think you wrote something
Oh?
other than multicultural weeks. What is that?
Raku.
Yeah. So okay, so in Japanese it's called wadaikoraku. So okay, so a little bit story of mine. So 我在昆城其实是有 join 那个24节令鼓队的，然后就打鼓咯，就打鼓罢了咯，打鼓啊，没做就打鼓咯。然后过后就 COVID 啊，然后就3年就没有打了，然后就收养啊，然后就来到日本找什么 club 啊，就刚好有一个打日本鼓的 club 咯，就是一个泰鼓咯。然后就反正有兴趣嘛，再加上有经验，就参加了咯。然后就在这个团里面我可以讲坏的我们不讲坏的我们不讲，我们讲好的不 OK？ 好的呢，就是你会在这个团里面，你会 experience 到一个很日本的 日本的 organization，
嗯
一个很日本的 organization，就是日本人，日本人怎么样经营啊，manage 啊，怎样 manage，怎么样 lead，怎么样
to manage
这个那个啦，
嗯
就你会就
看
啊，a different 就是你可能做错了，也不是做错这样讲，就没有什么 consequence，是因为一个 club 罢了嘛，like in that deep 嘛，but 就你可以 experience 到一个这样的东西呢，你会看到日本人的作息啊，这些那些
Like
啊
help you prepare for your
可以
future if you want to work in Japan.
and 就是在这边好，就是因为这个 club 呢，我直接讲这样，包括我的话只有3个国际生，所以 if 你 join 这个 club，只会认识到很多日本人。
嗯
就日本人，对啦，然后你就会，I mean，如果你可能想找一些日本人做朋友，可以 join，I mean 不一定只有这个 club，有很多 club 啦，but 这个是 one of the example 啦，if you want to make some sorry not meet some Japanese people and like communicate and yada 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 yeah. So do I recommend? It's up to you.
Yeah. But yeah, actually there's a lot of like those type of circles in APU where mainly are Japanese, but of course international students are welcome to join. But of course, it requires some level of like Japanese as well. But you get to learn a lot from them. Yeah. Like the previous club that I joined, it's called Tabi Beppu. So Tabi Beppu is kind of like a circle where you go around Beppu, like the cafes and restaurants in Beppu, and you take videos and you edit it and you post it on Instagram. So it's quite, I think the account is still on Instagram. So, you guys can check it out and it's quite interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing maybe if you join a Japanese circle, like of course meet Japanese friend, then like you get to practice your Japanese as well because I think the Japanese students who come to APU they sort of have like the 心理准备 that international students don't speak Japanese that well or don't speak at all. So even though if you use like very pata, very broken Japanese, they will still try like to understand you as well.
True.
And like once you slowly, for example, like you go Japanese class, once you slowly level up your own Japanese, you start speaking, then yeah, it will flow through basically. So yeah, it's a good environment for you to learn Japanese, I say. Yeah, but
Nice. Okay. How about Urian?
Wait.
What's your experience?
So she was talking about Beppu, right? And before I talk about my circle, let's talk about like when you come to APU, right? Some people might say to you that Beppu is boring. It can't measure up against like say Tokyo or Osaka and those big cities, right? They'll say Beppu is quite rural. But for me, I find Beppu quite interesting and the environment around it interesting. You guys know that saying called 有山有水. I feel like Beppu is quite the embodiment of that. And like I joined 2 circles, which I joined more than that actually, but these 2 circles made me 印象深刻. The first one is ECOS, which basically they do a lot of stuff that's related to the environment, like beach cleaning, visiting farms, working with farms, and just nature in general, teaching you to become one with nature, that kind of stuff. Hey, I'm just saying, bro. Okay. And the second thing is Wandervogel. His name, I don't know, man. I don't want to choose his name, but it's basically a hiking club and camping club. So what I learned from these 2 circles that you don't need a lot of like noise, electricity to make you have fun. Yeah, sometimes you just need to step away from the school itself, the academics and everything, and just enjoy nature. So if you ask me if Beppu is boring, it is not boring, but only if you learn how to explore it. And also, one more thing, like he said, you can interact with Japanese in e-circles, right? If you join, let's say e-course or Wonderful Go, you can talk with a lot of Japanese and international students. So, and like I said, you have a multilingual ability. So it's easy for you to learn a lot about everything while joining APU multicultural circles and all. So please just explore more, you know.
Yeah, but of course, like don't limit yourself to like whatever clubs we just like
Yeah, man.
advertise to you guys. Like there's a lot of wonderful clubs out there, like who might align with your interests. Just go explore.
Bring up.
Okay, they're like I don't know if you want to be an idol, anyone want to be an idol, Japanese idol, there's like other clubs and such.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
there's like kawaii club.
Kawaii
Kawaii.
Kawaii dance circle.
Dawson's
Yeah.
favorite actually.
No. I love Wadaiko.
Or like even cosplays,
Yeah.
cosplay circles. There's a lot, like in APU, like there's a lot of circles. So yeah, just choose anything that aligns with your own interests and also timetable.
Yeah, normally there's like what is that called? Sakura Shokai, club introduction in like one of the classroom. You can just go in there like tell the click like make one round like what clubs are there if it's like your interest, etc. Yeah, maybe you will even see me there, man. Please don't.
Actually, but yeah, usually it's for like new students that just comes in to APU, and I think it's around like during orientation, like the first few days of orientation. So there's like around 2 to 3 rooms, all for like those circles, like representatives of circles to like introduce. So yeah, if you guys come to APU, definitely you get to expose and explore a lot to these circles. Okay, all right.
Good.
Okay, so shall we move on to the next
Oh,
question?
there's more?
There's more. The next question. Courses offered by APU. There's APN, APS, and ST.
Hey.
Well, Ngam we have representatives for these 3 courses now. Okay, so maybe we can start off with APM. John,
Let's go.
any words?
Okay, so me and Dawson here, we are both APM students. In APM, we have 4 different majors, which is accounting and finance, entrepreneurship, strategic management, and marketing. So for me, I major in accounting and finance, and the difference about APU with Malaysian's university, I'll say, APU courses are mostly elective. Like you can choose your own course, you can build your own timetable. Although there is a very few mandatory class, but most of the class you can choose yourself. So for me, I major in accounting finance. Most of my class, I choose accounting and finance related courses. And APU also provides these courses both in Japanese and English. So if you are confident now you want to learn this course in Japanese, you can take it in Japanese. But if you want to learn it in English, you can also take it in English. And another special thing about APU APM classes, management classes, is that there is a mandatory class called Capstone, which basically you have to think of a business solution for well-known Japanese company, which in my case, it was the second largest logistic companies in Japan, which we built a business solution and then we presented our solution to them so that you can use what you learn in classes to make it practical and propose it to actual companies. And it really trains your presentation skill, your analyzing skill, and also just your basic knowledge of business related stuff. So I would say APU courses are quite good and useful for your future. And yeah, I did learn quite a lot in APU.
Okay, well, sounds interesting. APM, right? It's great.
Yeah.
Okay, how about APS, Brian?
Wait, you are APS too, right?
Yeah, I'm APS too. I'm from CSM.
CSM.
Yeah.
So man?
I think most people are actually more interested in the course that you are studying, the major that you're studying, IR, International Relations. Right?
Okay. So before I talk about anything, APS has 3 majors, yeah. So we have international relations, culture, society, and media. And the third one is global economy, right? For my course, international relations, I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna learn how to read 读书，每天读书，每天看这个书读。There's a lot of academic readings in IR, and it's not just like you're reading storybooks or whatever. You have to understand the content. You have to understand a lot of big words. But you will learn so much more about the word, right? So a lot of people ask me, what will I do after I graduate? Then they say like, what can an IR international relations students do after they graduate? And I tell them, I cannot like okay, that's all I can say. Of course, like you can do something United Relations related. You can do NGOs. You can do a lot of international organizations, right? But for me, the way I see it, it's just a starting point for me to branch out into so many other disciplines. Let's say if I want to go economy, I can get my financial related knowledge from somewhere else, and I can go for the direction. I can go into business, right? Or if I can even go into, let's say, tourism, whatever, I can go into HR, anything that requires you to understand about how the world is interconnected, how countries, the relationships are managed. So if you are interested in IR, I think it is a good starting point for almost everything, as long as you learn how to utilize it, right?
I agree. And plus one bonus thing about like one good thing I would say in Japan is that if you're looking for a job or if you're applying for a job, actually they just look at what like which I would say like are you APN or are you APS or are you just ST? So they don't really dive
Yeah.
deep into what major you are. So I would say like just go like with what you are passionate like most passionate with. Yeah. Mm.
And one thing about APU is that you can actually take other college classes. For example, APM, I can take ST classes or APS classes as long as you are interested in, you can take their classes.
Oh, and talking about that, if you're an English-based student like me, but already like know some level of Japanese, you can also take Japanese basis classes, like classes that are organized, like that are offered in Japanese. You're also allowed to take that as well. So yeah, it's quite flexible for the courses here.
True.
Okay, and Eugene for ST.
ST, yes, ST. So ST stands for sustainability and tourism. So, like, I bet most of you guys will be curious when you heard about sustainability and tourism. So, people would ask, like, I bet your family members would ask, like, what would you do after you graduated from this course? Will you be a tour guide, or will you be someone who is gonna plant the trees, or someone's picking up the garbage? I was like, for my answer, I would say
Farmer. No.
everything. You can be the one who be a tour guide. You can be the one who pick up the garbage or whatsoever. But basically, sustainability is the next big thing that's gonna happen in our whole like globe. So everything requires sustainability. Even business like APM, they require sustainability. So if a business doesn't have sustainability, it couldn't like last long. Like it couldn't survive because they couldn't handle their own like revenue, like the expenses. So the business is not sustainability enough. It's not sustainability to its own economic and the environment itself. So it kind of related to the business part. And of course, it also relates to the environment part. So, resources are quite scarce recently. So like fossil fuel and gasoline, petroleum are also related to sustainability. So we are looking for like renewable energy and stuff. Those are related to sustainability as well. Or in our courses, we also provided courses such as hospitality and tourism related courses. So if you would like to work in the hotel or like servicing department, such as aviation, you would like to be a air stewardess or anything that you could think of, it's related to sustainability and tourism. It's offered in APU, so just come and
Yeah.
try it out, I would say.
我就是觉得 this course is actually like 我觉得在别府有这样的一个 course 很好，因为 that pool has like all the resources to
Yeah, exactly.
to implement the sustainability and also tourism. So yeah.
And APU, like recently, they're offering quite a lot of like internships. So you could do internships in, let's say, Ritz-Carlton Hotel. I bet you guys have heard of like this kind of big hotels before. Or you could even interns in like ANA or JAL,
Yes.
the Japan airline. So there's a lot of opportunities provided by APU.
I
Yeah.
saw from the website too a lot of opportunities there. Okay.
I heard the institute students have to go on field trips, right?
Field trips,
What kind of
yeah.
field trips are there?
Field trips.
So I've went through some it's called practicum, which it's kind of similar to what APM students are like. They say like they are given a problems to solve, like they need to find a solution to help the company to grow. And for us, it's we are working like closely working with the city halls of like different kinds of cities and helping them to solve their problems, such as lack of tourists or there are over tourism. So like there's different kind of problems for each different small town or big cities. So yeah, so for some of the practicum classes, you are needed to go to the location itself and help the city hall to solve their problem there and do the research on the like what's happening over there to help like them to solve the problem. So it's quite interesting as well. Yeah.
Okay, thanks for sharing.
Also, maybe some of you are fresh out of 中学, but how do I say? Like, if whether a course has like final exam or project, it's like, I know I get this question from my dad a lot, like, oh, how is your final exam? How is your final exam? But like some courses they don't have final exam, right? They have like final project or like final what's it called? Research paper assignment,
Yeah.
something. But it's not like every course has a final. It's like based on the course, like, and of course the lecture. Like sometimes they offer same course, like same content, everything. But if it's different lecturer, then of course the lecture, like different lecturer, one may have final exam, one may not have, one have final project, one may not have. So yeah, not all the courses have final exam, right? Some not most. Some of them have, some of them don't. But it's just like yeah, it depends on the professor.
Different style lah.
Different style, different human Yeah.
Okay.
At least for IR, it's more research paper and presentation.
Okay. All right, so thanks for sharing your experiences in these courses. Then shall we move on to the next question? The next question.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, a fun question then. Culture shock in Japan. Oh, Eugene, you
You look
look
prepared.
like you have something to talk about.
I'm well prepared.
Wow, okay.
Well prepared.
Okay, let's see.
I'm well prepared.
Oh, there's two.
So okay, let's talk about natural disaster. So for a fellow Malaysian, I think most of us have never experienced natural disaster before. And I bet you guys have heard that Japan counted like natural disaster like very often, such as earthquake, tsunami, typhoon as well, like etc. So, but I would say that Beppu is rather like quite safe. Like within this 4 years, I think we have just encountered like 3 small earthquakes and no tsunami, not really a typhoon. So I would say it's a very safe place for us to stay. And you don't even need to worry about like being struck by a big like earthquake or anything. I'd say it's rather quite safe place to live. Yeah.
Yeah,
And the second,
this?
so about
Apa ini?
the drawing that I did on the left hand side, which is a hot spring logo, which you guys all know that Beppu is very famous for its hot spring. It's one of the most famous place for hot spring in Japan, if you guys don't know about it. And it has the most hot spring amount in Japan by city. And so why would I draw this logo? Because Beppu is famous for hot springs. So for me as a person who is curious, I would like to experience in someone else's culture. So, in Malaysia we also have hot spring, and I also been to Malaysia's hot spring before, and I was like, it shouldn't be that much of a difference comparing to what we have at home. So yeah, me and Sean actually, we we went to hot spring with a Japanese friend, and once we get in there, once we open the door, we turned our head to the left and we saw a lot of naked butts in front of us, and we were shocked, like, whoa, 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 what's going on here? I thought we were just going into a hot spring. So apparently in Japan, if you're going into a hot spring, you need to get fully naked. Nothing, not even a single piece of cloth. So we were very shocked because in Malaysia, we wear like fully dressed, like we wear our t-shirt, our pants, everything, and then we just soak it in. But in Japan, nothing. So that's something you need to be careful of if you are, yeah, you need to have some singly jumper, so not to get yourself fainted. So bear in mind, yeah.
yeah. Maybe the first time is like you get like a little bit like, but then like after going like second, third, fourth time, you like yeah, you get used to it.
Mm.
And plus those advantage for those who are wearing specs, you can just take off your specs. You can't see anything, and you can just go in.
But if you feel something touching means you.
I don't know about that.
But actually, Japanese people, like the love that Japanese people have for onsens is like on the
Another
next
level.
level. They even have a passport.
Oh,
They
yeah.
even have a passport for
Yep.
onsens. I personally don't own it, but one of our seniors, he actually owns it, and he, go to a lot of places in Beppu, like try out different onsens and, stamp it in his onsen passport. And that's something that I find quite interesting actually. Okay.
He's got the title and like what onsen 达人.
Oh yeah. The title. You can get a
温泉
title.
达人.
Yeah, you get a title from the city hall, and you get like a piece of a certificate and a towel for them. So it's a quite good like side quest for you to like go through other than your studies in APU. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Lawson, how about you? Any culture shocks you experienced?
This might burst a lot of people's bubbles, but
Oh, not all Japanese are on time.
yeah.
What? 哪里可能?
So I mean, before coming to Japan, there's a stereotype I heard from all the auntie uncles who never really live in Japan. So they all kept saying like, oh, Japanese people are always on time. The buses are always on time. Like they always like compared to Malaysia. Like sometimes like Malaysia, like they have the Malaysian time, right? Even these people, they are very Malaysian time as well. But yeah, but then they say, wow, Japan is like all on time, blah blah blah. But then like I really believe my fault on that. I really believe that. And yeah, I came to Japan, and there was one time where I wanted to take the bus up to campus. It wrote like I kind of forget, like 6:43. But then I checked the website. Oh yeah, by the way, there's a website for checking the Oita bus, which is the bus frequently used by students.
Our only way to go.
Our
No,
one
our
of the only ways to come to APU campus. And yeah, I checked the website. It says delayed by 28 minutes ish. Wow, that sounds not very Japanese to me. But yeah, it does happen. Like don't expect. I mean, Japanese people or like Japan. I mean, they are still human. Like emergencies such as like, I don't know, toilet or
Toilet break.
or like just like accidentally falling down while being on the way, then that causes them to be late. Yeah, there are still people. So don't expect Japan to be like, oh, the rules, sociopaths. Sorry, the
Sociopath.
sociopaths. Yeah, they will be late. And yeah, I talk about my circle, like very Japanese circle, and you might expect all of them to be on time, but believe me, when it's time to practice, 30% of them will be late. And yeah, it's something like that. Yeah. So this what is that called, stereotype is busted, okay? Yes. I got shocked by this culture. Even
Myth.
yeah, this is
It's a myth.
does not apply.
But yeah, I think all of us experience like the bus problem in Beppu especially because like since Oikakotsu is like the only bus that brings us up from downtown to APU. But luckily, as you mentioned, there's like a system from Line. Like you get to check like the live location of the bus and what time is it going to arrive or like how long is it going to be late. So I think in that sense, it's still quite okay. It's not as bad
If you compare it to
to
Malaysia,
Malaysia,
you
where
never
the
know when the
bus-
bus is coming.
The
That's the thing. Yeah.
bus is never coming.
Okay, yeah. All right. Thanks for sharing like the culture shock.
Sean might have something to share.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
Not that big of a deal, but in Malaysia, we just throw everything into one single trash can. But in Japan, for bamboo, they separate it into three different kinds.
At least three.
At least three. One is like burnable, one is for the plastic bottles and cans, and one is unburnable. So when you first come here, I think you won't get used to it for separating trash, but gradually you get used to it. Yeah.
Oh my god, the garbage separation thing 很麻烦，真的很麻烦。
But
You-
I think they will teach you, right? Like when you enter into APU,
Yeah.
APU house, yeah, the
RAs, they will
RAs,
teach you.
the resident assistants,
Assistant.
people, they will teach you. And yeah, if you messed up, they will ask you to redo.
Yeah, they will
Yeah,
ask you
yeah.
to take it out from your garbage bin,
Yeah.
like a garbage bag, and
Yeah.
then like sort it out into like the correct one.
I feel like we need context. Like, what's AP house?
AP house?
AP house,
If
well,
if they don't understand,
Mm.
like whoever's listening.
usually for people who first come to APU or like to Japan in general, usually it's international students. We get to live in AP house. AP house is actually at the same place, like at the same area as our campus. So in there's like resident assistants, and they are the ones that teach you how to how to how the garbage separation works or like how in general like how to live in Japan. So yeah.
So AP house is a dorm, basically
Yeah.
a
A
dorm.
dormitory on
Yeah.
campus, and they prepare you from like before going out to the real Japan society.
Mm.
So like for the first year, you had to stay on campus, right? But after a year, they will tell you 走了你.
Oh,
And then basically they have to kick you out of the dorm so that you can find a place to stay downtown.
yeah.
And at that point, you better find a friend if you want to save money. Just live with a friend.
Okay.
All right. So shall we move on to the last question?
Yes.
That's more.
Oh,
That's more.
Oh,
plans after graduating from APU. Okay, we have two fourth-year students, which are Sean and also Eugene. What are your plans?
Gozo,
Okay, I'll go first.
mempersilakan.
I think half of the Malaysians studying in APU will go back to their country, and half of the Malaysians usually works in Japan. So for me, I already decide I want to go back to Malaysia. The reason is not because Japan's company is very high pressure or like their pay is not good, but just that as someone who can speak Japanese, I think that you are more awarded of your skill if you go back to work in Malaysia. So in Malaysia, they actually need a lot of Japanese speakers hiring. So for example, in Japan, if you just graduate and you know English and Japanese, although you are quite special because you know English, but if you go to Tokyo, most of the people can speak English, both English and Japanese. And so you are not considered very special among them. But if you go back to Malaysia, there is very few people who can speak Japanese. So there is a lot of opportunity that reward you highly in this company. So that's the reason, one of the reason I wanted to go back to Malaysia to work. So yeah, that's my plan after graduating, but there is a small chance it will change, but yeah, that's basically the direction I'm aiming for.
And how about Eugene?
So, as you guys know that I'm an English basis student. So this is also one of the reasons why I've chosen to enroll in APU, because APU provide English basis classes, which most of the Japanese universities, they only provided it in Japanese basis. So for someone who is not fluent in Japanese, it's hard to study in Japanese basis. So, and I would like to work somewhere like not just like 局限 like 自己 in the Japanese market. So at the same time, I still speak Japanese, but I'm more focusing on the English basis. So I could still, like, for example, go back to Malaysia or go to some other countries, because I'm an English basis student, and my certificate will also like shows that I've studied the courses in English as well. And yeah, so currently I'm still on like 50-50, like thinking whether to stay in Japan or going back to Malaysia. Because as Sean said, that if you know how to speak Japanese, it's highly rewarded back in Malaysia. Because as we all know, like in Malaysia, everyone speaks like 3 languages. So if you know 4, you know 5, it's like better than 80% of the rest of the Malaysians. So it's a big plus if you could speak Japanese. And especially Japan likes Malaysia, Malaysian likes Japan as well. So the connection is over there. There's a lot of like big Japanese companies and back in Malaysia as well. But I would say that it's up to you to decide where to like stay. But you do the calculation. It's your life. You should decide it by yourself. But for me, I'm still thinking. So yeah, we'll see.
Nice.
I mean, the answer always changes. Like you are in your first year thinking of staying in Japan. Suddenly in your fourth year, you meet another opportunity. You never know. Just go with life.
So true, actually, so true. I'm still in my second year, but I think I've already changed like 3 to 4 times of my mind. Yeah, so we shall see. And yeah, thank you for like the two guests, our fourth year seniors, for sharing their thoughts on their plans, like on their plans after graduating. Those are very good advice to, especially to me and also to the
All
two
the
of them
best.
who are about to graduate as
best.
well. So yeah, I think that sums up the questions. And thank you all for giving us your honest
you, thank you.
opinions.
Thank you.
Yeah, and your real life experiences about about APU and in Beppu in general. Then, okay, so if you guys have any questions that you guys want to ask about APU, like the scholarships, how to apply, just I think there's going to be like links or like there's going to be like a Q&A section where you can like ask, or you can just email APU for more details. Okay, so yeah, that's all from us.
Peace out.
Yeah, we are Apu Ini, and thanks for
Jumpa
having
lagi.
us today. Okay,
Matane.
bye.
Jumpa
Bye-bye.
lagi.
Bye. Thank you for watching.